Hello everyone, welcome back to your physics class. Students, in this video we are going to discuss about spherical mirror and how the ray of light incident on spherical mirror. Okay, so students, first of all, what is called spherical mirror? Student, see the name spherical means if the reflecting surface is the part of a sphere, if the reflecting surface is the part of a sphere, then this type of mirror is called spherical mirror. So student, in this board actually I drawn a circle, but you think in mind it is a kind of sphere. Think as a football, it's a sphere, and if you cut it like this, from this portion if you cut it, okay, so and silver this portion, so light doesn't penetrate through it. So this surface, if you cut it and put it here, so it becomes a mirror, and this mirror is called convex mirror. This mirror is called convex mirror. Say A and B is a convex type mirror. So this is a convex mirror. Okay, and if you cut this side and put it here, and you silvered this portion, since students see, silvering means nothing but giving some color, okay, so that the light could not penetrate through the opposite side, it just bounce back and reflect back to the same medium again. That's why, so we cut this portion and we silvered the outer edge. So this mirror now become a concave type. So this mirror is called concave mirror. Now students, sometimes you confused which one is concave and which one is convex. So for that, to remember which one is concave and which one is convex, student, you can follow my tricks, and that is, see here the name cave. Cave means, you know, cave means where the animals take shelters. Okay, so suppose a tiger can get into this, okay, because of the cave-like structure, it can get into this, okay. So that is why it is called concave. But in this case, if tiger wants to get in, he could not do so because there is a obstruction. So this type of mirror is called convex, and this type of mirror is called concave. Okay, so you never confuse now. Okay, which one is convex? If which one is concave? If there is a cave-like structure. Okay, so animals easily get into it. So this is called a concave, and this one is called convex. Now students, you know, there is some important part you should mark on the mirror, and these are, see, the concave. Okay, now see which one is, so in this figure this is vex, student, so put convex, and this is called concave. Now if you draw a line, okay, if you draw the line from the middle of the mirror, okay, so that point, this point, in this point, it represents the pole. Pole is the geometrical center of the mirror. Pole is the geometrical center of the mirror, and the line passes through the pole or the center of the sphere is called principal axis. So student, this axis is called principal axis, passing through the pole, center of curvature, or if there is any focus, then it passes through this line, passes through this point, and this axis is called principal axis. Now student, I think you understood what is called pole. Pole means the geometrical center of the sphere. Center of curvature means the center of the sphere. Okay, the center of the sphere, the part of this mirror. Okay, and what is called radius of curvature, student? From pole to center of curvature, the radius of the sphere is called radius of curvature. So this is called center of curvature. The distance from pole to C is called radius of curvature, and the midpoint between pole and C is called focus. The midpoint from pole to C is called focus. F means focus. So P means pole, F means focus, C means center of curvature, and R means radius of curvature. Clear, students? Now, from this relation, what you are getting? You are getting a relation between radius of curvature and focus. So, what is the relation between radius of curvature and focus? Student, you can see from C to OP, C to PC. PC is called radius of curvature, and half of R is called focus. So half of R means R by 2. R by 2 is called focus, or better you can write R equal to 2F. It means double focus. Double focus is called radius of curvature. Okay, fine, clear? Please write everything. Okay, okay. Okay. Now students, see, there is a two mirror I have already drawn. Okay. Now you tell me which one is concave and which one is convex. You tell me which one is concave and which one is convex. See, this is a cave-like structure. Okay. So you can say this is a concave and there is a no cave. Actually, the outer part is the reflecting part. So this is a convex. See, this is a convex. This is a concave type mirror. I think you understood. Okay. Now this point is called pole, you know, and think this is a radius of curvature. From this point, actually, you putting your compass and draw the sphere. So this is radius of curvature, and think this is focus. So this is a center of curvature, and the distance from P to C is called radius of curvature. Now, students, how to draw rays, and how the rays react after reflection by the spherical mirror. Okay. So first of all, suppose there is a ray of light parallel to the principal axis. See student, these lines, ray of lines are parallel to the principal axis. So this line is called what? This line is called principal axis, and the rays of light which are parallel to principal axis always passes through the focus like this, and this line also passes through this point, and that point is called focus. Get it? Students, you listen. You must draw the arrow. You must put arrow in the ray diagram where the ray comes in, from where the ray comes in and where it going out. You must show with the help of these arrows. Okay. So this is the ray diagram for parallel rays of light. Students, for convex also, think this is radius of, this is the center of curvature, and this is the focus, and this is the pole. Suppose the rays of light parallel to the principal axis, like this. Another ray parallel to the principal axis. So after incident on the spherical surface like convex, then think a ball, a rubber ball, you just throw the rubber ball, okay, into the mirror. Then what happened? After bounce back, because of this surface, after bounce back, it actually going out in this manner, like this. Okay. Now students, if you elongate these two lines, you can see these two lines intersect that point. The name of the point is called focus. So actually the ray of light going out like this, but it seems to meet a point. This point is called a focus, and you might say this point is actually the virtual point, because in reality it doesn't exist, because the behind the mirror, we can say behind the mirror anything, we can say it's a virtual one. So this focus, you can say it's a virtual focus, okay? But this focus, see, this is a real focus. So in convex case, you can see the virtual focus, and in this case, you can see the real focus. So parallel beam of light always incident, and it going out from the focus for concave, and if you merge these two lines, then you can see for convex, it will meet at the point which is called focus. Now student, there is a property of light which is called reversible property of light. What? Reversible property of light. Reversible property means? Reversible property means if the light coming from focus, listen, if the light coming from focus like this, after reflection, it going out in the same manner, like parallel beam of light. Similarly, the light coming from focus also going out parallelly, parallel to the principal axis. Okay? Same thing happened in the convex mirror also, student. Suppose a beam of light coming from any object like this, and if it is pointed to the focus, then the light going out parallelly, like this, parallel to the principal axis, because of the property, reversible property of light. Got it? So student, our next diagram, please pause the video and write everything. Now student, what happened if the light falling through the center of curvature? Okay? So let's do it. Any light, student, if any light coming from center of curvature, any light incident from center of curvature, okay, like this, it always going out in the same manner. Got it? Any light incident on the spherical mirror passing through the center of curvature, it always going out in this manner. Same thing happened for convex mirror also. If any light incident which is actually meeting the center of curvature, okay, it always going out in the same manner. Here also we can draw. Suppose any light going to meet the center of curvature, it going out in the same manner. So this is, students, for center of curvature. So center of curvature is a point. From this point, if any light incident on the mirror, it completely reflect back to the same path from the center of curvature in the same manner. Okay. Now student, you might thinking that if the ray of light incident in any other way or it is falling in other point, then what happened? Think, suppose a ray of light pointed to the pole, then what happened? Then it, so that this is actually normal student. So this is called angle of incidence, and the reflected light passes through like normal reflection. So you know students, for normal reflection I equal to R. So this is for common reflection, and you can see student, this line is called normal. So student, you know, any line, any ray of light passes through the normal, it always reflect back to the same line, whatsoever the shape of the mirror. Okay, so understood? Okay, so for ray diagram student, you have to draw two rays. Okay, two rays, and by drawing the two rays you can form any type of image, and these two rays are, number one, the ray of light passes through the center of curvature, and another light, you can pass the light through the focus. Okay, so student, in the next video we'll cover the ray diagram and formation of image using spherical mirror. Okay, so in the next video I will cover the image formation by spherical mirror. Okay, thank you students.